Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now we'll administer the oath of office to the Superintendent of Schools. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear.
I think you can say.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I do solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties as Superintendent of Schools according to the best of my ability.
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of
Superintendent of
the
Schools
Superintendent of Schools
according to the best of my
according to
ability.
the best of my abilities. Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
You need to sign
I had to sign that. Okay, I'll sign it when I get back.
Okay, so now we will administer the oaths to the recently elected Board of Education members. We'll start with Megan. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties as Board of Education member according to the best of my ability.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Board of Education member to the best of my ability.
Now we'll swear Samantha Hicks. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
I do solemnly swear that I will
support,
support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties as Board of Education member
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties as Board of Education member
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
We will now give the oath of office to the District Clerk, Linda Fitzpatrick. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I do solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties as District Clerk according to the best of my abilities.
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of district clerk according to the best of my ability.
And just to note, our third member, Adam Stewart, has taken the oath as well, but he can't be here tonight. So
Okay, and now we will take nominations for the election of the school board president.
I nominate Jessie Zweig.
I second.
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Okay, all in favor? Oh, there's no, any discussion, sorry.
She's fabulous.
All right, all in favor? Okay, against? Abstain? Okay, the resolution passes 5-0-1. All right, and now I'll give you your oath of office.
Okay.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of President of the Board of Education
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of President of the Board of Education
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I think you're all set.
Now you're turning it over to
Yeah,
yes.
Okay, so now we will take nominations for the school board vice president. And
I would like to nominate Samantha Hicks. I second.
discussion?
She's fabulous. I just bring it up because Samantha has a background in leadership responsibilities and understands the role, I believe, fully to support the board. And I think that understanding the rules and regulations as well as her background in leadership makes you a very strong candidate. And I'd love to see you up for.
Are there other nominations? Okay, hearing none. Any further discussion? Okay, we'll call to, go ahead.
Thank you. It's a big honor, big. We'll see.
All right, we'll call to vote. All those in favor? 5 yeses. Not in favor? You're allowed to vote that too. Abstentions? Okay, Samantha. Thank you. Well, congratulations. I want you to know here.
Oh, now.
Yes. Well, we can do it in a few minutes. Or no, do it now.
There's a chair.
We'll keep going while you do it.
So have to do the oath of
You can
office.
share, you can share the mic. Oh, she needs to do the oath.
Yes, I do. Oh, gosh. Okay, so
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties as Vice President of the Board of Education
and I will faithfully discharge the duties as Vice President of the Board of Education
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Okay, as you're moving, we will keep moving on the agenda. The next item of business is to appoint board members to serve on the audit committee. The audit committee is in charge of monitoring the district, annual district audit, as well as other things. And I spoke with Adam, and he's willing to be on that committee, but I need 2 other volunteers to do that. And you're interested? Do I have a third person interested in being on the audit committee? Doug, okay. All right, so, do we have a motion to appoint Adam, Ann, and Doug? Megan makes the motion, Samantha seconds to the audit committee. Discussion? Thank you guys very much.
Thanks, Doug.
So, okay, and then Carrie will be in contact with the meeting dates for that, correct? Yes. Okay. All right, so any other discussion? We'll call it to a vote. All those in favor? Yeah, you can vote. All right. Yeah, this is just committee. Passes unanimously. The next item is to appoint board members to serve on the facilities committee, which this committee was recently created, and I believe we have 2 members currently on the committee, and that's Doug and Ann. And so if you guys want to continue, and we can add a third also, so. You want to
Barely
continue?
did anything yet.
Okay.
Glad to stay with it.
and Doug?
Yeah.
Okay,
I wanted to volunteer for the facilities committee.
okay. So we'll have Ann, Doug, and Megan. Do I have a motion to appoint those three people to the facility? Jackie, Samantha quickly seconds that before we get volunteered. So all those in favor? All right, passes unanimously, thank you. And then we need to, next item is to appoint board members to serve on the policy committee, and we just started that in May, I think it was, right, the policy committee? So I'm currently serving on that with Samantha and Ann. Are you guys willing to continue? Okay, yes. So I need a motion. Megan, seconded by Jackie. Discussion?
Thank you.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passes unanimously, thank you. The next item of business is to adopt the district goals for the 22-23 school year. And do you have those handy so we can?
No.
They're-
They're on board docs, though.
Yeah, no, I know, I just have, but I just. Page 4. Yeah, go ahead, Rita.
Goal number 1, students will graduate college and career ready. Goal number 2, students will productively engage in their school community. Goal number 3, students will be digitally fluent by demonstrating the ability to live productively and safely in a technology-influenced society.
Okay. Do I have a motion to adopt those as district goals? And seconded by Megan. Discussion? All those in favor? Thank you, passes unanimously.
Real quick, I just want to say thank you to the board for that. We really appreciate the consistency in those goals. We really do use them and they drive the work that we do. I'm starting my 6th year. Goals 1 and 2 have been the same since the beginning. As you know, goal 3, we changed what the data into that. It is very appreciative. We're very appreciative of the fact that you keep them consistent for us, so we can keep doing that work and we don't keep changing directions every year. So thank you. You're welcome. And you'll see those again during the presentations by the learning teams. So the SMART objectives and the action steps that you see later on in the year are based off of these goals. So that's where it comes. Thank you.
Thanks. That brings us to item number 7, the consent agenda, which has items A through W. And I would need a motion to approve the items in the consent agenda, items A through W.
I make a motion.
Thank you, Megan. And seconds, discussion. This is the reorg meeting, the agenda. Yep. Okay. All right. Any discussion on the reorganization consent agenda? Okay, hearing none, we'll call it to a vote. All those in favor? Aye. Passes unanimously. That brings us to the resolutions. And the first resolution, we would need a motion to be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the assistant superintendent for business is hereby designated as the individual pursuant to New York State Labor Law, Section 220, who shall collect and fiscally review any certified payrolls submitted to the school district by contractors or subcontractors pursuant to Section 220. Megan makes a motion, Doug seconds. Discussion? Hearing none, we'll call it to a vote. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. That's next resolution Whereas the Averill Park Central School District, hereinafter the district, is a participant in the statewide excess insurance purchasing cooperative, an intermunicipal cooperative organized and operated pursuant to Section 50, Sub 3A and 4 of the New York State Workers' Compensation Law, Section 119-0 of the New York State General Municipal Law, and whereas the district will continue to participate in the plan for the 2022-2023 fiscal year. Do I have a motion to approve that resolution? Anne, seconded by Samantha. Discussion?
Just that it's section 119-0, not 0.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor? Passes unanimously. And the next item is to approve the school district legal counsel agreement. Doug makes a motion. Jackie, did you second? Thank you. Discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. That leads us to the next item with the information on the public hearing, which is for the district safety plan.
That's gonna follow me to the conclusions.
Okay, all right.
Brain matches, we got that to work, so thank
Gotcha.
you. That's a big.
So
moment.
do I have a motion to adjourn the reorganization meeting? I think it was Jackie and Doug, so, okay, all those in favor, adjourn. So now we will have our safety plan public hearing.
So we have typically at this time of year 2 hearings that we have to do. The first is the code of conduct, and the second one is the safety. There are no changes to the code of conduct, so we're not doing a hearing for that. No substantive changes, which is nice. The first time I think since I've been here that we have not had changes. We've updated that pretty frequently and have had some major updates. For the safety plan, as you may recall, the hearing is for the district plan. So the building plans are confidential. You're going to vote to approve those at the next meeting, both the building and the district. And at that time, we can talk through the district ones, but again, the public ones, or the building ones are kept private and confidential for safety reasons. So in this case, the public hearing for the safety plan will hold tonight. We have 30 days comment period, and then we'll bring it back to the board at the August meeting. Essentially, this year's plan is the same as it was last year. The only change of substance is very minor. It's on page 6 under risk management. The bullets toward the end, we had elementary morning program. We updated that to say classroom connection time. That's just what we call it. It's actually the proper name. And the second thing is worth kind of noting, we're going to be adding into a contract through Questar, through our BOCES for Safer Schools. It's a program that was presented to the superintendents at a meeting. I actually thought it was very good myself. The other superintendents agreed. We're going to buy into it. It's very cost effective. I believe, don't quote me on it, it was like $1,000 because we're doing it together for the whole year. And really what this company, this program does for us is it monitors social media. So we have a lot of students in the audience now. It takes the information that's out there in the public domain, so it's not going to anyone's private lives, and it's able to give us a report on what are kind of deemed risky behaviors. So we get a monthly report that goes to the administration for counselors to follow up on. And they have an algorithm and keywords that do kind of search for and help us to kind of be able to identify kids who might be struggling for whatever reason. And there's a variety of things it does there. Second thing it does for us is it provides 24/7 access and assistance. So if you remember back when we had a closed school for the TikTok threat, we had something that was more specific in nature that came in later at night. We were trying to figure that out in real time. And obviously Deputy Nichols, the county sheriffs were very helpful. But we all have limited resources, right? Time, energy, expertise. This group is available 24/7 to be able to help identify the severity or the significance of the threat, right? They're doing this nationally, and I think actually Canada too, so it's an international group. They can tell if something's a stockholder, they can tell if there's other schools getting this threat, they can tell if something's happened other places. They can just offer you real-time expertise to help you assess the situation. That to me is, I think, the best benefit to this, or one of the best benefits to it. They also have a notification. Like I said, that report for students is monthly. If there's a notification of something that is significant and time sensitive, we get that right away. So if there's a significant safety thing that they discover, we get notified of that right away. So it's really kind of a 30-day report on just kind of general risk behavior, an immediate one if they feel something that is of the utmost importance in a time-sensitive nature, and then the ability to help us 24/7 if need be. Long story short, that is the extra bullet that's been added to that page. Other than that, the program, or excuse me, the plan is. Any comments?
And now the public has.
First of all, that sounds really fantastic.
Mhm.
I just wondered why everything said October on it as an adoption date instead of August.
I know the answer to that. We'll go through and change it. Was it October of 21?
22.
Of 22?
Right.
I don't know, yeah, okay. It'll definitely be changed again, obviously, in August. Oh, okay, thank you. All right, and again, this will be up for public comment for 30 days. Contact the district clerk and then provide us comments. We'll look at those comments and we'll bring it back to you for approval at the August meeting.
We're set with that one? Okay. So I would like to open the regular Board of Education meeting on this Monday, July 11th, 2022. We are going to start off with our two resolutions. The first one, I will read the resolution and then I would like the participants to come up to receive the certificate. But I will need a motion, but to be proclaimed, whereas the Averill Park High School Odyssey of the Mind team placed 6th at the World's Finals held in Iowa State University, and whereas after many months of dedication and teamwork, the Averill Park High School Odyssey of the Mind team additionally placed 3rd at the state finals in Syracuse and won the regional competition. And whereas the Averill Park Central School District Board of Education recognizes Averill Park High School Odyssey of the Mind team members Jacob Krupe, Isla Multunas, Christian Romer, Katie Doran, Tyler Strock, Tyler Michaels, and Cecilia Colton for the accomplishments they demonstrated over the past several months and for their hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Averill Park Central School District Board of Education would like to congratulate the Averill Park High School Odyssey of the Mind team on their successes and recognize the team's family members, school district administration, coaches, students, and Averill Park residents for the support you have provided. In recognition of the accomplishments of the Averill Park High School Odyssey of the Mind team, the Board of Education hereby proclaims July 12th, 2022 as Averill Park High School Odyssey of the Mind Day, and a big appreciation for Coach Alan Michaels also. Yes.
With the correction for Isla Multunas.
Oh, sorry. Okay, and you were seconded. Okay, so all those in favor? All right, and will you folks come up and receive your proclamation? Congratulations. 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 Coach? Okay, congratulations. I will get that to you.
Just you get a picture.
Yeah,
Mark.
definitely.
You shouldn't.
No, these guys did all the work. Yeah, so we'll need a motion to approve this proclamation. That's Samantha's gonna read.
So this is the proclamation we're reading on. Be it proclaimed, whereas the Averill Park High School baseball team finished the season with a 21-6 record. And whereas under the leadership and guidance of head coach George Brooks, assistant coaches Eric Rouleau, hopefully I got that right, Dicky Huto, Matt Duff, athletic trainer Rachel Brown, and director of athletics Mark Babiak, the team competed in the state championship game at Binghamton University against Hamburg, winning with a shutout for Averill Park, 3 and Hamburg 0. I want to see you do. Whereas the Averill Park High School baseball team won the program's first ever 2022 NISBA Class A championship with a victory that will go down as one of the greatest moments in Averill Park High School history. And whereas the Averill Park Central School District Board of Education recognized the Averill Park baseball team members Blake Kilgallen, Aiden Bailey, Jack Behan, Tim Koval, Ethan Nardacci, Charlie Radigan, Joe Pazinski, Mason Brown, Evan Kuhn, Matt DeJulio, Lucas Ferguson, Nicholas Gillespie, Jacob Keller, Brady Mazio, Max O'Connor, Joe Parentino, Tyler Strzok, Wyatt Thorson, Hunter Willett, Steve Caval, Aiden McHugh, Gavin Moore, Michael Wormuth, and Alex Yash for the accomplishments they demonstrated over the past several months and for their hard work, dedication, perseverance, and love of the sport of baseball. And whereas after several months of dedication and teamwork, the Averill Park High School baseball team additionally won the Suburban Council Grade Division Championship, the Section 2 Class A Championship, and the NISBA Class A Regional Championship. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Averill Park Central School District Board of Education would like to congratulate the Averill Park High School baseball team on their successes and recognize the team's family members, school district administration, coaches, students, and Averill Park residents for the support you have provided. In recognition of the accomplishment of the Averill Park High School baseball team, the Board of Education hereby proclaims July 13th, 2022 as Averill Park High School Baseball Championship Day.
Next motion, Samantha seconds it. Any discussion? We're proud of both teams.
Oh, wait, wait, wait.
I just want to say once again, to have 2 championship teams in 1 year is pretty outstanding. And, you know, we just sit here on the sidelines and just cheer and hear about everything and just know how much work you're doing and how well you represented AP. And we're so proud of you. So you can take this with you and be proud. And we really appreciate all your hard work. Thank you so much.
I just wanted to say that I've known Coach Brooks for over 10 years, and he's a fine individual. He's just an outstanding person. He's an outstanding coach. I was so happy when he left where I was working to come here. Thank you, Mr. Brooks. Great job.
So all those in favor of approving the resolution? Passes unanimously. Okay, I want you guys to come up and get your resolutions and then maybe go over there and we'll take a picture.
That's good.
Come on up. No, this one. Everybody gets one.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. So we gotta slide over a little bit more. We gotta go. Just get a pen back.
The coaches. Yeah, oh, here you are. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're gonna raise it. Yeah, you don't
So,
know.
can you get them over?
Yeah, you guys just, George.
We'll be on the back.
Can you be in that, Mark?
That's okay. I'm good.
I.
Every time I'm in a picture with Dr. French, it's like, yeah. All right, here we go. 1, 2. Perfect. Hang out for 2 minutes. We're gonna go there. Yeah, we're
I'm excited for July 12th and July 13th. We're gonna take a short recess so we can honor you guys with some cupcakes in the cafeteria.
Rebecca Blue and Gold.
So go and enjoy.
No one needs the blue.
Anybody want to-
No one.
Okay.
I stopped
you guys.
at the co-op because I work.
Oh, no, he's a little bit.
And I stopped at the co-op on my way here, which is a good state.
Great.
Oh, it's cold. That one was all toasty for my movie.
So we're continuing the regular meeting, and the next item on the agenda is the superintendent's report.
All right, thank you very much. Brief report, excuse me. First wanted to mention to the board that the NISBA convention has returned or is returning. It'll be the 27th to 29th of October in Syracuse. In the past, we've sent 2 to 3 people. It is something we like to register for early because it does fill up. And depending on the venue and the location, accommodations can be a little bit challenging. So looking for a little direction in terms of, are there people who are interested in attending? We don't have to go, but if there's people who are interested in it.
It's in Syracuse,
Syracuse,
October.
27 or 29. So I don't need an answer now. What we could do is, once it opens up, if we don't hear from you, Linda can work to kind of make a reservation and not, something that's refundable type of thing. But let us know, maybe go through Jesse, let me know who the board wants to. A reminder, our board admin retreat is August 15th, 3 to 6, and we'll follow it up with the board meeting at 6:30. And want to share with the board, again, and the community, some information regarding our food bank program. You can see there that information from the regional food bank programs gave out 2.3 million pounds of food, equivalent of about 1.9 million meals. Bags included 100,000 pounds of fresh, nutritious produce and 97,000 loaves of bread. The report has some of the statistics that were there. This was in a board update, but I wanted to make sure you saw it again and share it with the community. We really do appreciate the support of the community. Our employees, we have a program where employees can have money taken out of their paycheck to contribute directly. We've had a ton of support from the community over the years. Originally to start it, to fund it, to expand it, first to all 3 elementaries, and then as a secondary program when we took on that. So thanks to the community for their support, and it's something that we are very fortunate to have here. And then finally, just like to provide little quick updates as we go through that budget development process. We talk about a lot of things, and then sometimes they get, probably in your mind forgotten, or, there's just so much information coming that we do follow up with those things. And one of them was the possibility of running jazz outside of the school day, and that is planned to occur. You can see it in the morning twice a week. So I just wanted to let people know that that was going to be a reality. And our reports, or videos. concludes the superintendent's report.
I have one question. Why aren't you wearing your baseball shirt? I saw you in a picture with one that matched all these guys.
That was actually a girls' basketball shirt I was wearing.
Oh.
I didn't get a baseball one.
You couldn't read it from there.
It's only on the back. The front is the same, so.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Anybody have any questions on this? It's so exciting that it's like July and we still have great stuff going on.
Yeah.
I love it too. All right. Public comment? Tony? Okay, do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the June 13th meeting? Samantha, seconded by Ann. Discussion? All those in favor? Okay, passes unanimously. Okay, do I have a motion to approve items number 6, 7, 8, the business, personnel, and special education consent items? Megan, seconded by Ann. Discussion. Megan.
I just wanted to recognize the teachers that have taken on the extra responsibility, either for, to be teacher leaders, to be, club advisorships, and all of the extra work that goes into these additional duties. It's appreciated for the good of the students and the good of the district, so I want to recognize them and thank them for that.
Absolutely. Did you have something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to, just one thing that pops out there is the musicals coming back. And number one, to thank the teachers who are giving the extra time for that, because that is no small feat in putting on not just a production, but a musical production. And I also want to say, like, in every student, every day, that is, even in my sort of limited, I don't get out as much as everybody else, but I still hear that, bringing musicals back was a priority right on the ground, the kids that I talk to. And so every student, every day, is happening in real time. And I'm so excited for whatever musical they're gonna do, because I'm from one of those families. I live it there, so thanks.
I just wanted to say thank you to the donation of replacing lost library books at Algonquin. And I also wanted to thank the Education Foundation for their donation for the licensing fee for the high school musical and for the cost to relate to purchase a new kiln at Algonquin. We always appreciate their donations.
I'd just like to say that I'm glad to see that we have an AP physics course, because some of those very advanced and difficult courses are hard to find teachers for. We have some outstanding teachers, and I'm glad they're putting their expertise to good use with our students in most AP programs. So I'm all for buying textbooks, that's for sure.
Yeah, I agree. We have some nice additions this year in that category. Anything else? Call to a vote. All those in favor? It passes unanimously. Thank you. Now we have some action items, and the first is to approve the Averill Park High School girls volleyball Penfield to attend the Penfield tournament. Do I have a motion? Jackie, seconded by Megan. Discussion? Okay. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. The second action item is to approve the resolution to participate in the Omnia Partners Cooperative Purchasing Organization. Samantha makes a motion. Ann seconds. Discussion? Does anybody have any comments on that? And just, if it's gonna save us, I think that's awesome. So thank you for doing your due diligence on these.
Yeah, it just gives us another avenue to purchase, because these cooperative purchasing, they do the bids for you, so we don't have to use the manpower in-house. And we're also gonna be able to leverage this as part of our capital project as well, so it's good that we're doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
I just wanted, Carrie, correct me, this is also not, this is not a unique thing, like, this is a fairly common practice
Yeah.
with school districts and other public service entities, correct?
Yep, and they do the bids, it's other governmental organizations that might do a bid that's then joined into this cooperative, so you can purchase off of other bids that were done by other municipalities as well, so.
And that helps like drive costs down at least.
Yeah, because there's more purchasing power, so you're gonna get a better price in the bid than if we just bid on our own, so it's definitely leverages some purchasing power.
Thanks, that's great.
Any other discussion? Okay, we'll call it to a vote. All those in favor? Thank you. Passes unanimously. The next action item is to approve the award, the bid for reconstruction work at the bus garage and district-wide security to Mid-State Industries for $1,150,700, and to approve a contract to Kelly Brothers LLC based on New York State contract for $204,063.42. Megan makes a motion. And seconds, discussion?
I don't have any brothers.
Kelly Brothers is, blocks and security, right?
Correct.
And just, does it warrant clarification? It's like super obvious. This is something separate than the bus resolution. This is passed. This is nothing to do with that. I mean,
This is awarding the contracts from the referendum that was voted on in October, that passed in October, I should say.
not the actual.
Correct.
Not, it is, I'm just for the
All right.
different bus money.
Yes,
Yes.
different bus.
Yes. So,
Any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor? Even though it's not Dutch Brothers. Aye, passes unanimously. Okay, we have a few resolutions. The first being to approve the resolution, which reads, it is hereby resolved that the employment and appointment of Dr. James Franchini is extended to June 30th, 2027, and the addendum dated July 11th, 2022 is hereby approved. The board president is authorized to execute the addendum on behalf of the district. Megan makes a motion, Jackie seconds, discussion?
I just want to say thank you to Jim. I'm going to make you blush. Because, we go through these agendas and I don't think everybody's always necessarily paying attention to what's on them, but I'm really, really pleased that we're able to extend your contract. I'm so proud to have you with the district, and thank you for all your hard work.
Absolutely, we are very thankful you're here and you lead by example, which is phenomenal, and we really appreciate that. Any other discussion? We'll call it to a vote. All those in favor? Aye. Passes unanimously. Resolution B, I think we're going to table because we have a few questions that we would like, the board would like answered prior to approving that. Item number C is to approve the Office of Civil Rights Agreement, which was attached to our documents. So, yes, you made a motion first and Megan seconds. Samantha, Megan, discussion. The agreement was pretty thorough. Okay, all those in favor? Passes unanimously. The next resolution is to approve site access agreement and use of property pursuant to New York State Environmental Conservation Law, Article 27. Ann makes a motion. Samantha seconds. Discussion?
I just want to thank Tony, obviously here, so easier to thank him, but his expertise in guiding us through this was very important. And appreciate DEC and DOH and their work with us as we've gotten to the point with a lot of conversations and meetings and questions, and I feel like we're in a good spot. So we're happy it's moved in a positive direction, and thank Tony for his time and effort and expertise in this area. Certainly something out of our comfort zone in terms of our own knowledge base, so having that was very important.
I agree. Thank you, Tony, because I had questions when we looked at it at the beginning, but I knew I had questions, but I didn't even know how to ask them. So we certainly appreciate your guidance on this one.
And just piggybacking on that a little bit, the clarity of the synopsis of the conversation that you had on the phone was really, really helpful. It wasn't a lot of legal mumbo jumbo, just here's what it is, here's what happened. It was very clear and questions were answered, and it really raised the comfort level for me personally, I'm sure the whole board. So we're grateful for that.
Glad to know.
And all the work that obviously went in to getting to that point.
Right.
That's a lot.
But I think what you said, Jesse, is true. I don't think any of us, we didn't know what we didn't even know.
Right.
So, and that was the lack of comfortability. That's where Tony kind of came in, because I think from our end, not even knowing necessarily what to ask, let alone how to understand the answer at times. So it's important to have that knowledge in our back pocket. So
For sure. Thank you.
Just
Yeah, good.
Because I'm gonna just get on with my little process soapbox again, I'm sure you guys are already seeing. But this was one of those things, it took some time and there was a lot of back and forth, but it's a really good example of clear communications. If there's something you don't understand, you ask about it, you get the information you need. I particularly appreciate like Doug asked some really good questions. The answers and you kind of keep picking at it, and even though we want it to sort of get resolved, that the professionalism, the clarity, and then the patience to let the process work through, and then to get a result where all the parties feel taken care of. And especially in a situation where the students are not going to be impacted. It's one of those things where like we'll let the process do its thing, work with the experts, engage in clear communications, and then you get a result that is positive. And so I just appreciate the patience and the professionalism, because it was a lot to digest, and nobody jumped the gun on anything, nobody got hot-headed, and I appreciate it. It's good.
Any other discussion? All right, we'll call it to vote. All those in favor? Aye. Passes unanimously, thank you. The next one is to approve upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, approve the agreement between the Averill Park Central School District and Samantha Zerlo dated June 27th, 2022 for the period from August 31st, 2022 to June 30th, 2023. And the president of the board is authorized to execute the agreement on behalf of the school district. Do I have a motion? Excuse me. Megan makes a motion and seconds. Discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Passes unanimously. The next one is to approve the memorandum of agreement by and between the Averill Park Central School District and the Averill Park Teachers Association. Do I have a motion? And seconded by Megan.
Is there anybody down there?
You guys are just quicker.
You guys are quick draw on the
Yes. That's me. Any discussion on this one? Okay, we'll call it to a vote. All those in favor? Thank you. Passes unanimously. I'll ignore them. The next one is to approve the settlement agreement by and between the Averill Park Central School District and CSEA. Jackie seconded by Doug. There you go. Me. Any discussion on this item? All right.
Is it possible to talk about it anymore?
I'm good to it. Can we still discuss it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, again, there's another scenario where, like, patience and process, super boring, but, you know, that structure of sitting down, getting the job done, being patient, letting the process play out, ended up with a result that was exactly what we were hoping for, and then lays the groundwork for, you know, it was great, and it's not exciting to talk about.
I wish it was.
It's you know, it's like a process, like a deliberate process, and I just, all right, I'm off the soapbox, but yes.
We'll call it to a vote.
Call it to a vote.
All those in favor?
Suzanne's on that.
Passes unanimously, thank you. All right, that brings us to item number 11, which is the first reading of several policies. I had to get the number out. So the policy committee has reviewed these. We have one comment, one additional comment.
Which policy?
Well, I'm getting to that. So with 2160, we have an additional comment, and that was to clean up. We had a couple additional he, she's, or her, his in there that we are cleaning up to they, their. Sorry, Matt. And so that was the only additional edit we would like to make on, the policy committee would like to make on 2160. And Kim has that noted and that'll be corrected. So I'm not sure if anyone has any other questions, concerns, things they want to bring up on, these are the policies. It's 1405, 2330, 1405, which is complaints about certain federally funded programs, 2330, which is for executive sessions, 2160, school district's officer and employee code of ethics, 4000 for public complaints, 4420 class size, 4810 teaching about controversial issues, and 6680 internal audit function. Those were the policies that were reviewed. Yes.
Just real quick, it's not 4,000, it's 1,400 for public complaints.
Oh, okay.
1405.
Yep.
Oh, that's complaints vote.
No,
Yeah.
it's 1400
Yeah, it's just noted incorrectly on the
on the attachment.
attachment. Yes,
Just
thank you
Oh,
for
okay.
catching that.
I would like to make a motion to waive the second reading and accept it with the changes.
I'll second that.
Okay. All right, any discussion?
Is it worth reminding anybody of the newish system? I guess that we have lots of.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna thank the three of you for digging deeper. I do, obviously we all look at these, but some of the grammatical things don't jump out at me like they do to and I'm one of those people, like, as I'm reading something and I will see something, it might be wrong, but I read it as it was intended, and so I just move on from it. It doesn't glare like it does for Anne. And that's okay. And that's okay. That's what we love about you. So I put my faith and trust in you guys. I totally think that if you're good moving forward, I'm good moving forward.
Any other questions, comments? So the motion is to approve these, waive the second reading and approve these as they are, except with the exception of that one edit in 2160. Okay, all those in favor? All right, passes unanimously. Thank you.
Getting stuff done.
We are. Great, public comment?
Still not.
All right, this brings us to board member reports. Doug, do you want to start us off?
It was good to see the students here tonight. That was a highlight, I Odyssey of the Mind team coming in. It's just something that was totally amazing. Baseball team was amazing. And all of the fine adults who are connected as coaches with the teams, I think are people that we, all those students and the coaches, we can all be proud of.
I pretty much echo what Doug said. Seeing all the kids here, even some of them that already graduated, coming back to get recognized, I thought was really nice. They're still involved and still excited about what they did here. It says a lot about their team and their coaches and everything. It's really awesome. And I'm looking forward to a good school year going forward.
Absolutely.
Megan?
I will echo that. I really enjoyed participating in the graduation ceremony. It was, again, absolutely amazing. Our high school choir sounded incredible, like goosebumps in there. Always, such a pleasure to hear sing, and being able to sit up there and see their faces as they came across to receive their diplomas. And I just really enjoyed participating in that. So proud of our kids, so proud of Abby Wicks, who, again, being recognized, some of these students clearly put forth so much effort, and we have so much to be proud of. I want to congratulate Jesse on continuing as president. I want to congratulate Sam on being vice president, and thank her for her willingness to step up to this position. Really, it's not an easy thing to do to sit in these chairs, any of them. And so it takes a lot to put yourself out there, and I appreciate you. So looking forward to the coming year, and all of the great stuff to come. So thanks.
I just want to say something about what Megan said. Just high school graduation, that was my first time being up there, and it was so moving and awesome. Like, I was having a hard time. My child wasn't graduating, and I was trying to fight back tears, and I was so excited. I think I definitely clapped for every single student. I was so, it was awesome.
My hands were stinging for like an hour.
Somebody
after.
actually messaged me, like, you were so enthusiastic for every student. And, like, the kids I knew, I was like yelling and hooting and hollering. I couldn't help it. It was great.
It is great.
It was so fun.
Adam's not here tonight, but I know that he's going to be a great addition to the board. So
Yeah.
publicly want to thank him for joining and wish him well and congratulate him. And Sam, I know you didn't really want to step up. I kind of like pushed you up, but I wouldn't have done it if I really didn't know in my heart that you're going to be great. And I appreciate your willingness to take that baton because, and Jesse, of course, I know that you're a great leader and you'll continue to do so for the rest of us. A lot covered tonight. It's just still very confusing after all these years, everything that's going on and who has to do what. And I looked at the wrong consent agenda and I apologize, but all these procedural things that, people think, oh, I want to be on the board and I'll change everything and, I'm going to come in and change all this stuff. They have really, I think, no idea about these procedural elements and the amount of reading and studying that goes into serving on the board. And so I'm grateful for my fellow board members for stepping up to do this because it's not easy work. And, but it is important. And it's important for us to, carefully read those things and ask questions, right, Doug? Ask questions because we all learn from those questions. And it's for the betterment of our kids and our community and our district. So thank you.
Thank you, Ann.
I guess first of all, thank you guys for your trust. I'm no Jesse, but I'll do my best to fill this role. What I was going to say, my board kind of already said, with the CSD and the PFOA stuff, and just another point, and I promise this last time, like on procedure and on structure, and when we have little kids, what they tell us is routine is so important for our little kids. Give them a routine, and that helps them you know, with their own lives and consistency in their lives, and as they grow up, they have these kind of waypoints that are standard and steady for them. And that allows them to grow in other ways that they know, you know, are they gonna get a meal when that meal's gonna happen, what they can count on. It helps them organize their mind. But the truth is, I think that applies for all of us, right? We don't outgrow that as soon as we're grown up. So having some kind of routine, having some kind of structure, like for us as adults, and then for the school district as an entity. So when you have these structures, you know, when things get a little stressful, you know, like a CSD negotiator, or pick whatever labor union interaction, you know, the nature of it can be confrontational, but it's moving in the same direction if you do it right. And it establishes routine so that whether it's me in this chair or, you know, bless his heart, I miss him already, Peter Schaefer in this chair, or Jesse or whatever, that you have that consistency in the routine that is great for our kids and great for us and great for the school district. So I promise that's the end of the soapbox. It is funny being here without Peter. I second the welcome of Adam, and I thank you guys, and so impressed with the kids. Like it just makes me so excited as a parent of young kids to have them come up and start to look at what all these good kids are doing. So that is all.
So I did want to welcome Adam too, and thank you guys for trusting me in this seat yet again. I don't know, blessing curse maybe, I'm not sure. No, I do appreciate it, and I do appreciate Ann's words, because sitting here, no matter what seat we're in, it's not easy at times. But obviously it's gratifying on some level, because we wouldn't all be here if it's not. But the gratifying part comes as things we celebrate, like tonight, like the Odyssey of the Mind team and the baseball team, and having good meetings like this where we can celebrate the successes, and even, you know, over the summer, all those celebrations of successes that we continue to have, because we are the great district that we are. So, you know, thank you all for doing your time here too, because this can be a bit much, but welcome all to the new school year, and we're looking forward to some good things. And August 15th is our next meeting, and that will be a retreat starting at 3 o'clock. With the board and the administration, and that will roll into, we'll be having dinner together, and then into our regular board meeting starting at 6:30. So, yeah, good. All right, I think that concludes our meeting. So, do I have a motion to adjourn? Jackie, seconded by John. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor? All right, thank you. Have a great night, everyone.
Yeah, because we'll be having dinner together.
Okay, we're calling meeting right
We'll be
now.
over the phone.
Yeah, right. I can share. Thank you.